spotlight on Seattle.
We can pull off anything with this team.
It's like nothing I've ever felt. It's so fun. It is so fun. Like, everyone around here is having a blast. The whole city's actually on fire right now.
Baseball in Seattle again.
Mariners have taken the lead.
And I think we have a home run.
Yeah, we're going to win the whole thing.
It hurts, you know, like we have put so much work and effort throughout this whole year, and like, you know, it's over.
An incredible season for the Seattle Mariners comes to an end. The M's fell to the Blue Jays in Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. The M's have never been closer to the World Series. They remain the only Major League Baseball team to never make an appearance there. And tonight, the entire city is mourning that loss. We have team coverage for you tonight across international lines. Sebastian Robertson, Madeline Carter, and Maddie White are in Seattle. Ariel Orsuto and Jake Wittenberg are in Toronto tonight. But we're going to begin our team coverage with Chris Egan. And Chris, we were so close.
Yeah, Greg, this one hurts because I think the Mariners were so close. The Blue Jays were all smiles, but in the Mariners clubhouse, it is a different story. Cal Raleigh was in tears tonight. The Mariners were only 8 outs away from their first ever trip to the World Series, but George Springer ended those dreams with one swing. Things were looking good for the Mariners in the first inning. Julio Rodriguez gets on with a double, and then Josh Naylor brings him home. Naylor with the RBI base hit, 1-0 Mariners. George Kirby pitches 4 innings, gives up 4 hits, and this run, Dalton Varsho with the RBI base hit. George Springer scores. It's a 1-1 game. In the third inning, the Mariners would retake the lead. Julio Rodriguez sends one deep to left center. That is gone. A solo home run, his 4th homer of the playoffs. 2-1 Mariners. In the 5th, it's Cal Raleigh at the plate, and the big dumper takes one high and deep to right field. That's his 5th home run of the playoffs. The Mariners now lead at 3-1. Things looking great. In the 7th inning, Edward Bizardo would take over for Brian Wu, and George Springer would win the battle. Springer sends one deep to left field. That's a 3-run shot, and the Blue Jays now lead it 4-3. Julio Rodriguez, the final hope for the M's on this night, but he goes down swinging. Blue Jays win it 4-3 to advance to the World Series. The season is now over for Dan Wilson and his team.
Just to hold up their heads and you know, to understand what kind of a season they had. I mean, I know this stings, and there's no question that it's going to sting. But the kind of season they had, you know, doing things that no team in this organization has ever done, and you know, knocking on the door of a World Series. It's a special team in there, and it's a shame we had to come out on the wrong side of this one.
Yeah, it was a special team. It was a magical ride, Greg. I think just everybody tonight still numb and shocked. There's sadness, there's anger. And I think when you look at it, it was such a fun ride this last month. I think the biggest thing right now is everybody's just so sad because tonight it is officially over tonight. So it's just a tough one. We'll have more with the players coming up later on in sports.
A lot of highs and lows, but man, what a ride. Chris, thanks. Mariners fans packed T-Mobile Park for Game 7 watch party there. King 5 Sebastian Robertson was there. He joins us now more with Live. Sebastian.
I was there alongside 2,000 Mariners fans. I have to tell you, the nervous energy and just plain excitement going into this game was unreal. They packed the stadium. The game was in Toronto, but this was definitely a home game experience, complete with walk-up music, scoreboard, the big screen. And it was so exciting for the Mariners to be in this position, to win 2 on the road, lose 3. All hopes were on this make or break game. And I have to say, fans started kind of fantasizing in those mid-innings when the Mariners had the lead. I wonder what the World Series would look like. That didn't happen. Take a listen to this heartbreak from father and son.
It's definitely a token to remember for the season and everything. I mean, how long has it been? I mean, this is the first time, the farthest we've ever got. So it's definitely a moment to be able to pass on to the little man right here.
Never give up. There's always a chance for you to hit the home run, even the last inning. Never give up. Never give up. Grand Slam was the best part of the season. That was my favorite.
And here are the moments where Julio Rodriguez went down swinging, officially sealing the deal with that strikeout. But the Mariners' hopes were over. There was a lot of tears. The Mariners organization didn't really help with controlling the emotions either. And I say this in jest because they had like cheesy, sappy early 2000s guitar music playing immediately to just kind of bum out everybody that was already sad. A lot of guys had to just sit quietly, put the sunglasses on, and really soak in the last couple minutes of this season, realizing that not only could we see the World Series, they could start thinking, what would it be like for Mariners World Series? Unfortunately, they'll have to sit this one out. All hopes now on next year, because in sports, there's always next year. Of course, let's send things over to Madeline Carter now on the other side of the city with how fans are reacting. Madeline.
Hey, Sebastian, we're here in Queen Anne's Beer Hall where the energy was literally sucked out of the room. Look at these tables, completely empty. It's hard to tell that people were even here once having drinks, having a good time, living on a dream, trying to make the famous words from Cal Raleigh come true. Now, unfortunately, that did not happen in this room as they're watching the game on these TVs. But we still had some reflective conversations with a lot of Mariners fans, including two sports podcasters. They have a podcast called Shaking Up the Game, and here's their take on their season.
I think that this season really showed management that if you pay players and you make serious moves at the deadline and you show the fans that we're serious finally about winning. I mean, it's been actually never for the World Series, but 24 years since we've even made it this far. I think by showing the fans that they did that this year, and look how far I mean, Game 7 of the ALCS.
They're right. It was a great run for the Mariners, but still, this room, I mean, the emptiness, it kind of reflects the way that I've been feeling. It's been tough. It's a tough loss. And look, at the end of the night, I think it's time for me to go home, and I think I'm going to have one of these. Live in Queen Anne, Madeline Carter, King 5 News.
Well, the loss is crossing international lines. Team coverage continues with King 5's Jake Wittenberg in Toronto, where Mariners fans who saw Game 7 in person are taking it all in.
When the Blue Jays came out on top tonight, fans, of course, celebrating here at Rogers Center, but many were running here to the building to be a part of that celebration. Game 7 full of all kinds of emotions on both sides. For Mariners fans who got a taste of glory, there's an overwhelming sense of gratitude.
Your thoughts after that slugfest, really? It went back and forth.
It was heartbreaking. I think that just shows, spend money for this organization. Get us back here again. Give us another chance. It was a heck of an experience, hell of a ride, but man, it hurts. It does hurt, but baseball humbles you, that's for sure.
The same guy that kills us every time, and it hurt, and it's painful, but now we cheer on Sam and the Hawks and just wait for next year when we do it all over again.
You know, it's the first we've ever gone. The team made us proud, but it still stings. We could have been there. We had it for so many innings, but it just sucks it didn't close, but still proud of the team. They did a bunch for Seattle.
One swing of the bat is all that made the difference.
One swing of the bat, one walk, one swing of the bat. You just never know. That's baseball for you.
It hurt. Yeah, it hurt. But, I mean, I think for me this season was just, it was incredible, like magic, like it was a joy for so much. And I know this moment hurts, but man, the Mariners just bring me so much joy, and I wouldn't have it any other way. It hurts now, but we'll get it sometime, and I believe in the Mariners, man.
And fans sharing their emotions and saying they're happy in a lot of ways. Cal Raleigh now with the most home runs in American League history, including the postseason. This is the farthest the Mariners have ever gotten, a Game 7 for the first time in history, and they know they will be back next season to try to finally get over the finish line. In Toronto, Jake Wittenberg, King 5 News.
For Seattle sports fans attending the Seahawks game inside Lumen Field tonight, the Mariners' loss was pretty hard to ignore. There's a lot of crossover in these two fan bases. King 5's Maddie White joins us live now in Soto with more. Maddie?
Greg, on the bright side, the Seattle Seahawks beat the Houston Texans tonight, 27-19. That being said, it wasn't as consequential of a game as the Mariners Game 7, which may be why several people at Lumen Field tonight were watching both games at the same time. At least there's this. Fan video shows the Seahawks' second touchdown turned out to be a much-needed mood booster, as it happened just 4 minutes after the Mariners lost their lead in Game 7 of the ALCS.
Had I known Game 7 was happening, I'm not sure I'd be walking here right now.
Throughout the evening.
Oh, I got the Mariners game on right here. I'm beyond nervous. Yeah, like super nervous, stressed out, all those things.
Seahawks fans streamed the Mariners game on their phones.
Go Mariners! Feel like this, just watching. It's like looking at the game and making sure, see what's going on with the Mariners for sure.
Inside Lumen Field, people were glued to monitors showing Game 7. And after learning the Mariners lost, some are still choosing to look at the bright side.
Oh my gosh, just the highs and lows. So honestly, the highs are high and the lows are low, and so it takes you on a roller coaster. And why else do people ride roller coasters, right?
Maddie White
for the thrill.
King 5 News.
Be sure to stay with King 5 this week as we look back at this historic Mariner season. It is the closest the team has ever come to the World Series. We will follow the M's as they head home to Seattle and start preparing for next year. Stick with us on air and on King 5 Plus. Just download that to your TV and you can watch it all for free. To our other top stories now, a 37-year-old man is dead tonight after a shooting at Jose Rizal Park in Seattle. Police say it happened on the Mountains to Sound Greenway Trail right near the north end of the park. No suspect information has been released yet. A 20-year-old is in custody after a deadly shooting outside a North Seattle hotel. Investigators say he was arrested in California after a police chase near San Francisco. He's accused of shooting and killing another 20-year-old man in the parking lot of Hotel Nexus on North Gateway last Wednesday. He'll be extradited to King County to face a murder charge.
A strange series of events.
7 children are safe after a terrifying night in Clallam County. Deputies say the children, ranging in age from 6 months to 9 years old, were walking along a road near Squim with their parents on Sunday when a man spotted them.
We had a Good Samaritan who is a DoorDash driver who saw them and decided, I'll stop and see if I can help out the family. So he stops and offers to give them a ride.
So once the family got in, somebody stabbed the driver, threw him out, took off. He's now in serious condition at Harborview. The parents have since been arrested. Deputies placed the children in protective custody. A dog is safe and recovering after an investigation into animal cruelty in Eatonville. A warning, the video in this story may be disturbing to some King 5 viewers. King 5's Maddie White reports from South Pierce County.
We received a disturbing video over the weekend of a man abusing a dog on Ring camera.
The sheriff's office says this man is the ex-boyfriend of the owner of this dog, a corgi named Doc. The video shows the man hitting the dog with his knee and punching the dog in the head. Deputies say a neighbor captured this on their Ring camera before calling 911.
Animal control seized the dog with a warrant and took it to the vet.
A full evaluation showed no major injuries, but the corgi was given pain medication and is now under care at the Humane Society. Doc's owner has until November 3rd to file an appeal to get the dog back, pending a bond. No arrests have been made, but a judge could decide to file charges against the owner's ex-boyfriend. That could lead to an arrest or warrant.
We're thankful for everyone that reported this case, and the dog did not sustain any major injuries.
In Eatonville, Maddie White, King 5 News.
A Lacey man is on trial accused of killing a 1-year-old boy. Baby Jace died nearly 3 years ago. The medical examiner determined the baby died from blunt force trauma and ruled it a homicide. But his babysitter that day, the mother's boyfriend, Eric Boudreau, said the baby fell down the stairs. Boudreau's attorney says it's not clear yet whether his client will take the stand in his own defense. A major shakeup at one of the state's top high school football programs. Skyline head football coach Peyton Pallure is temporarily relieved of his duties. Skyline's principal says that is, quote, pending the findings and outcome of a district investigation. Now, the Issaquah School District tells King 5 the move took effect last Friday, just hours before Skyline's game against Woodinville. The district won't say what the investigation involves, only that it hopes to wrap it up quickly and keep families updated. We did reach out to Pallure for comment, have not heard back yet. The Trump administration can deploy Oregon National Guard troops to Portland. That is the ruling from the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. The administration argued troops are needed to help protect the ICE facility in Portland because of ongoing protests outside that building. State and city officials have said the administration is exaggerating the scale of those demonstrations, and they have been mostly peaceful. The M's wrap up a historic season after that devastating loss in Game 7. We are hearing from players still ahead in sports. One silver lining for Seattle fans, the Seahawks run away with Monday Night Football once again. Highlights from Lumen Field tonight.
Well, this past weekend, we received some rainfall, but this coming weekend, we've got a whole lot more on the way. We'll take a look at the latest timing and potential amounts when we come back.